Hey, how you doing?
Who are you?
I'm your Uncle Buck.
Do I have an uncle?
Unfortunately.
Released in 1989, Uncle Buck is a classic comedy by John Hughes telling the story of Buck Russell, a clumsy, lazy yet warm-hearted uncle who is tasked with taking care of 3 children in the family. With John Candy in the lead role, Buck delivers laugh-out-loud moments while also conveying the underlying warmth of family bonds. But behind these humorous scenes lies a wealth of behind-the-scenes stories and surprising details that few people know.
Is this a trick?
No.
I love you.
From the fact that John Candy was not the first choice for Buck to the set being a repurposed, abandoned high school, have you ever wondered why Buck Russell was cut out of all the family photos? Or whether John Candy really threw a punch at the drunken clown, or if it was just movie magic? Let's uncover all the secrets of Uncle Buck through 20 fascinating facts. 20. Buck's car made a strong impression.
Oh boy, those kids. I haven't seen those kids in a while. Tia's gotta be 9.
The 1977 Mercury Marquis Brougham, driven by Buck Russell in Uncle Buck, became a cultural icon perfectly representing Buck's clumsy yet lovable personality. The worn, noisy, smoke-belching car was intentionally chosen to reflect Buck's messy, carefree lifestyle. The production deliberately used a pre-owned vehicle with a powerful but fuel-inefficient 460 CID V8 engine to emphasize the contrast between Buck's scruffy exterior and his inherently kind and dependable nature. The car was not just a mode of transportation, but an integral part of the film's scenes, especially those showing Buck taking the kids to school. The backfiring engine and smoke from the exhaust created moments that were both humorous and touching, highlighting Buck's relationship with his nieces and nephew. Do you remember this distinctive car? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 19. DeVito was the first choice for Uncle Buck. In fact, Danny DeVito was originally offered the role of Uncle Buck, but he wasn't very interested in the project and was ultimately passed over, paving the way for John Hughes to make the bold move of casting John Candy. Candy didn't just play the role, he embodied it, combining childlike charm with a lovable, irresponsible persona. This strange mix of a lazy, carefree man with a golden heart turned the film into a legend. And here's an interesting fact before Candy Hollywood considered a lineup of surprising names from Tom Cruise, Yes Cruise, to Robin Williams, Chevy Chase, and even Jack Nicholson. Imagine an Uncle Buck with a maniacal laugh a la The Shining. It might have turned into a horror movie. Instead, John Candy was no stranger to Hughes's universe, having left his mark in Planes, Trains and Automobiles, The Great Outdoors and National Lampoon's Vacation. By the time he arrived on Uncle Buck, Candy had become Hughes's trusted collaborator. Their friendship and on-set chemistry made every scene pop. Candy even returned for a cameo in Home Alone, and interestingly, Uncle Buck planted the seed for the Kevin McAllister idea when Hughes saw Macaulay Culkin in the door-knocking scene. 18. Fan theories about the film. Buck Russell is portrayed as a clumsy, lazy, free-spirited uncle. But a small detail sparks big curiosity. He is cut out of all the family photos. This has led many fans to speculate about Buck's past. Why would a family erase someone from their memories like that? One popular fan theory suggests Buck had ties to organised crime. This idea stems from his gangster friends and his occasional involvement in risky activities such as betting on horse races. It explains both the family's reluctance to have him around and Buck's violent tendencies and chaotic lifestyle shown in the film. Fans also point to the violent actions in the movie, like Buck punching the drunken clown Pooter, as supporting evidence for this theory. While it's purely speculation, John Hughes never officially explained why Buck was removed from family photos. These theories add depth to his character, making Buck not only a funny uncle, but also a mysterious, compelling figure. What do you think of these fan theories? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 17. An abandoned high school served as the film set. When the Uncle Buck production began, the filmmakers took a bold approach. They turned an abandoned high school into a film set. New Trail High School, which had been closed and left unused, was transformed to serve as the film's backdrop, complete with massive gymnasiums. Instead of building expensive studio sets, the crew converted 3 huge gyms into dynamic spaces. The Russell family's 2-story home, Buck's messy bedroom, and the school hallways the kids traversed daily. Thanks to the production team's ingenuity, a dilapidated school was revitalized into the beating heart of the film. The abandoned school also became a comprehensive production hub, with empty rooms repurposed as makeup, wardrobe, special effects. Workshops, editing rooms, and even a screening room for reviewing footage on set. Child actors like Macaulay Culkin and Gabby Hoffman had personal spaces to study between takes, balancing work with their childhood. Production designer John Corso began planning in October 1988. With just 12 carpenters and 5 painters, he built the entire interior of the Russell house in 7 weeks. This approach saved costs and allowed maximum flexibility for set changes, creating realistic and comfortable scenes that felt uniquely authentic. 16. Amy Madigan and Gabby Hoffman had previously played mother and daughter. Interestingly, Amy Madigan and Gabby Hoffman had worked together in the classic Field of Dreams portraying mother and daughter. Madigan played Annie Kinsella, wife of Ray Kinsella, while Hoffman played their daughter Karen Kinsella. At just 7 years old, Hoffman made a strong impression with her natural acting, marking her as a promising young talent. A few months later, they reunited in Uncle Buck, but this time they were not mother and daughter. Madigan played Shanice Kobolowski, Buck's gentle but independent girlfriend, while Hoffman played Maisie Russell Miles and Tia's little sister. 15. You can make Buck's giant pancake at home.
Happy birthday! Woo! I hope you're hungry.
The giant pancake in Uncle Buck made a big impression. It wasn't just an ordinary breakfast. It was Buck's quirky yet warm-hearted way of showing care for his nieces and nephew. The scene stands out not only for the size of the pancake, but also for the way Buck carefully prepares it. He pours the batter into a huge pan, creating a massive pancake, and delights in watching the kids eagerly enjoy it. The production team intentionally chose an oversized pancake to emphasize Buck's generous, messy, but loving personality, a perfect reflection of John Candy's signature warmth and humor. If you want to recreate Buck's giant pancake at home, here's an approximate recipe using US measurements. Half cups all-purpose flour, 1 cup sugar, 2 cups milk, 9 eggs, O's, 1 stick butter and 1 tablespoon oil. Mix all ingredients thoroughly and let the batter rest for 20 minutes. Pour it into a large preheated pan and cook over medium heat for about 8 minutes until the bottom turns golden brown. You can top it with strawberries, whipped cream, or maple syrup for the full effect. This recipe not only recreates Buck's giant pancake, but also brings a fun, warm-hearted experience straight from the movie into your kitchen. 14. A precursor and inspiration for Home Alone.
Where do you live?
In the city.
Do you have a house?
Apartment.
Own or rent?
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Beyond the comedic moments, Uncle Buck contains scenes that directly inspired Home Alone. A memorable scene involves Macaulay Culkin as Miles interrogating Buck's girlfriend Shanice through a mail slot. Miles imagines a burglar lurking on the other side, highlighting how a child is forced to become the head of the household while facing potential danger. This sequence, coupled with Culkin's presence in Uncle Buck, directly influenced John Hughes' conception of Home Alone, where Kevin McAllister must protect his own home. Interestingly, many people confuse this scene with Home Alone. Some viewers even comment that the wet bandits appear when Miles peers through the mail slot, but in Uncle Buck, they are just ordinary burglars, no wet bandits yet. There's even a scene in the Home Alone PlayStation 2 game that mimics Kevin peeking through a door slot, nearly copying Uncle Buck, except Kevin's slot is for the cat. These similarities show how Uncle Buck was not just a standalone family comedy, but also a creative precursor to one of John Hughes' most iconic films. 13. John Louisa Kelly had to work hard to bring Tia to life.
You were right. Everything you said would happen happened.
I don't want to talk about it. I just want to get you home.
The role of Tia Russell was initially intended for Winona Ryder, who impressed John Hughes with her performance in Beetlejuice 1988. However, Ryder turned it down to star in the cult classic Heathers, opening the door for a fresh face to shine. The role eventually went to 17-year-old newcomer Jean Louisa Kelly, who had limited film experience at the time. Kelly had to work closely with an acting coach to portray Tia as a rebellious, spirited, and humorous young girl. While she was friendly and likable, off-screen Kelly successfully transformed Tia into a lively character, delivering many unforgettable comedic moments alongside John Candy. Her performance not only made an impression, but also opened doors for her future career in film and television. Do you feel a connection with Tia in Uncle Buck? Share your thoughts in the comments. 12. The punching the clown scene could have been more violent.
Let me tell you something, you low-life, lying, four-flushing sack of shit.
Remember the iconic scene where Buck punches the drunken clown Pooter? Remarkably, this was filmed in a single take, and John Candy actually threw a real punch, sending Mike Starr sprawling on the floor. Starr's natural reaction created a moment that was both unexpected and hilarious, highlighting Buck's strong yet lovable character. Starr revealed that John Hughes instructed him to shout and curse at Candy during the scene, and the punch unfolded exactly as scripted, adding realism. The original script was even longer and more violent, with Buck using a large shoe to knock out Pooter on the lawn, but it was cut to maintain the film's overall comedic tone. The coordination between the actors ensured safety while delivering genuine humour, making this scene one of the film's most memorable moments. What did you think of this funny scene? Share your reactions below. The next fact will surprise you about the first actor considered for Buck. 11. John Candy partied too hard, making the director cancel a shoot. During the filming of Uncle Buck in 1989, an amusing behind-the-scenes incident involved John Candy and director John Hughes. One night, after a long day of filming, Candy went with Tarquin Gotch, the film's music supervisor, to a local bar, socialising with locals and enjoying some downtime. The next morning, when Hughes heard about the evening via local radio, he was furious. Although Candy explained that Buck's messy, free-spirited personality mirrored his real-life persona, Hughes cancelled the day's shoot and instructed Candy to rest, ensuring his energy and performance quality for the film. 10. John Hughes signed his first contract with Universal. Uncle Buck marked a milestone for John Hughes, as it was the first film where Hughes Entertainment officially signed a contract with Universal Pictures. Previously, Hughes had worked sporadically with Universal on The Breakfast Club and Weird Science, but most of his iconic films were with Paramount Pictures, including Ferris Bueller's Day Off and She's Having a Baby. However, the collaboration didn't fully meet expectations. Uncle Buck was the only major success from the Universal deal. Later films like Career Opportunities 1991 and Beethoven 1992 did not achieve similar impact. The difference in creative vision between an independent-minded filmmaker like Hughes and a major studio focused on revenue quickly strained the partnership. 9. The film was shot in Chicago as usual. Initially, Hughes did not plan to set Uncle Buck in Chicago, despite the city being familiar territory in his films. The original script was set in St. Louis, and production initially prepared to shoot there. However, the unusually warm winter of 1988 in St. Louis meant there was no snow to create the cold, bleak atmosphere Hughes envisioned. This forced the production to return to Chicago, where his films often find their true spirit. This return home brought a completely different energy. Chicago is more than just a backdrop in Hughes's films, from Ferris Bueller's Day Off to Home Alone. The city often feels like its own character. For Uncle Buck, the crew built the school set in Illinois and filmed many outdoor scenes in familiar suburbs like Evanston, Wilmette, Winnetka, and Cicero. 8. The actor who played Bug became a pastor.
I'm sorry.
Look, I think you'd better split. You know, I don't exactly want him going berserk with an axe on me.
Jay Underwood, who played Bug Tier's goofy, occasionally annoying boyfriend, had an interesting career path after the film. Following his child acting roles, he appeared in The Boy Who Could Fly, The Invisible Kid, The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, Star Trek Voyager, and The X-Files, proving his versatility in the 1980s and 90s. In 2005, Underwood turned to religion, becoming a pastor. He served at Calvary Bible Church in Burbank, California, and later as senior pastor at First Baptist Church in Weaverville from 2007 to 2020. Since 2021, he returned to Calvary Bible Church as head pastor and elder, illustrating his shift from screen actor to spiritual leader. Though he left Hollywood, Underwood maintained ties to film. In 2019, he returned in Surge of Power. Surge of Dawn, playing Cross, a gay superhero fighting for faith alongside his vampire companion. This role blended his religious beliefs with his artistic talent. 7. You can watch Candy and Culkin's screen test.
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
38.
I'm your dad's brother, all right.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
How nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid, that's my job.
Yes, the screen test between John Candy and Macaulay Culkin for Uncle Buck still exists online. This short video captures the questions scene where Culkin interrogates Candy through a door slot. It remains one of the film's most memorable moments, showcasing the natural chemistry and humour between the actors. Although brief, the video highlights the genuine interaction between Candy and Culkin, reflecting the mentorship and support Candy provided throughout filming. Culkin has said in interviews that Candy treated him like a father figure, looking after him both on and off set. To watch this screen test, search for Uncle Buck Screen Test John Candy Macaulay. Culkin online. It's a rare chance to witness the development of one of the most iconic on-screen duos. 6. A gangster plays the clown. When a clown showed up at the birthday party miles away, Buck quickly realized the clown was drinking and immediately told him to leave, leading to a hilarious scuffle. Buck knocks out the clown, creating a moment that is both tense and entertaining. Interestingly, the clown was played by Mike Starr, a performer typically cast as tough gangsters in Goodfellas or as a grumpy security guard in The Bodyguard. In Uncle Buck, however, Starr showcased a much funnier side, proving his remarkable versatility. 5. John Candy improvised the interrogation scene.
Where do you live?
In the city.
Do you have a house?
Apartment.
On a rent?
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
In the classic interrogation scene, where Miles fires off a rapid series of questions at Buck, Candy used a clever method to help the young actor. While Culkin read the dialogue quickly during close-up shots, Candy stood off camera, holding up handwritten lines from the script lines Candy had personally written for Culkin to read as fast as possible. This technique created one of the film's most iconic moments. It allowed Culkin to read quickly and react instantly, producing a high-energy, natural back and forth that remains unforgettable. 4. A deleted scene leaves fans wishing for more. A 10-minute scene from Uncle Buck was cut from the theatrical release. It was rediscovered and released on YouTube by Hats Off Entertainment in 2021, giving fans a rare glimpse of the original film. In this deleted scene, Buck John Candy hosts a gathering at the Russell House with local handyman friends. They play charades, musical chairs, and card games, creating a lively and intimate atmosphere. One friend, the guy with the red hat, was played by actor Mike Haggerty, and another Caquero was Candy's longtime driver, Frankie Hernandez. This footage is believed to originate from the original 3-hour rough cut of the film. Although the video quality isn't perfect, seeing moments that never made it to the big screen is a priceless experience for fans. 3. John Candy's warmth and kindness on set. Behind the scenes of Uncle Buck, stories about John Candy's kindness and warmth abound. Actress Amy Madigan, who played Buck's girlfriend Chanice, admitted that Candy always treated everyone with respect and care, creating a cheerful and relaxed atmosphere on set. Louisa Kelly, who played Tia, recalled that on her 17th birthday, Candy surprised her with a custom cake, playfully inscribing, "Icing her as a nod to the Beatles, I saw her standing there." It was a small gesture, but it left a lasting impression of Candy's thoughtful and humorous nature. Candy also had his mischievous moments. During filming, he once visited a local bar and perhaps got a bit carried away. The next day, the story reached John Hughes, even via local radio, and although Hughes was displeased, the incident quickly passed. Candy was known not just for his on-screen humour, but for the warmth he brought to everyone around him. For this reason, the cast was deeply saddened when he passed away. While John Candy is no longer with us, the young actors from Uncle Buck, like Macaulay Culkin, continue to grow and explore new paths. Yet the memory of a kind man on set remains a lasting legacy alongside the film. 2. Many remakes all failed.
പേര് പറഞ്ഞില്ല
എന്റെ പേര് അങ്കിൾ ബൺ യെസ് ബൺ 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 അങ്കിൾ ബൺ
Gabby Hoffman, who played young Maisie Russell in Uncle Buck, is now 38, with a versatile career spanning stage and screen. Jean Louisa Kelly, who portrayed rebellious Tia, is now 47 and has enjoyed notable success, including her role in the CBS sitcom Yes Dear. Despite the young cast's continued success, Uncle Buck never received a feature film sequel. Instead, it was adapted into a short-lived CBS sitcom in 1990-1991. Darker and unlike the original film, it proposed that the Russell parents died in an accident, leaving Buck as the children's legal guardian. Only 6 of the 22 produced episodes aired before the show was cancelled due to poor reception and stiff competition from Full House. The story didn't end there. In 1991, India released a musical remake titled Uncle Bun, keeping the core plot but adding musical numbers and reimagining the main character as Charlie in a cowboy hat. 25 years later, in 2016, ABC attempted a reboot with a new series. Like its CBS predecessor, it faced harsh criticism and lasted only one short season. The unique charm that John Candy and John Hughes brought to the original simply couldn't be replicated. 1. John Candy appears in more John Hughes films than anyone else. In his career, John Candy was one of John Hughes's most trusted and frequently cast actors. From 1987 to 1991, Candy appeared in numerous Hughes written or directed films highlighting their special creative connection. Notable among these is Planes, Trains and Automobiles 1987 where Candy played Del Griffith, a cheerful yet troublesome salesman journeying home with Steve Martin. The film was both a commercial and critical success, becoming a classic comedy. Candy went on to appear in She's Having a Baby, 1988, The Great Outdoors, 1988, Uncle Buck, 1989, Home Alone, 1990, and Career Opportunities, 1991. In every role, he brought his signature blend of clumsiness and kindness, creating lovable, memorable characters. After exploring 20 strange and fascinating facts about Uncle Buck, it's clear the film is not just a collection of funny situations, but a treasure trove of behind-the-scenes stories. Have you ever wondered how Uncle Buck might have turned out if someone other than John Candy played Buck? Do these behind-the-scenes secrets make you see the film in a completely new light? And what about the details that haven't been revealed yet? Might they make us love the movie even more? Share your thoughts below. Hit like if you enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe to discover more surprising facts about classic films.